Donald Trump's Patriot Games were designed to showcase young athletes from across America. But as the competition gets underway, the focus is shifting from athletic achievement to questions about the athletes, the rules, and how the competitors were selected. The Games have been underway since August 9th and will continue till August 13th as part of celebrations marking America's 250th birthday. They bring together athletes between the ages of 14 and 17, with one boy and one girl representing each U.S. state and territory. Trump first announced the competition in December, describing it as a showcase for what he called the greatest high school athletes from across America. But reports have raised questions about how much information some competitors received before arriving and why certain athletes are representing places where they do not actually live. According to the Washington Times, the only event confirmed to competitors in advance was a 100-meter dash. That reportedly left some athletes preparing without knowing exactly what other events they would face. As per the report, 16-year-old Florida contestant Max Biondolillo said, "I'm not 100% sure what's going to be happening. I'm definitely training all around just to prepare." The uncertainty reportedly continued once the Games began. Several contestants told CNN they were unclear about how some events would be scored, particularly team competitions such as dodgeball. Ohio Representative Nies called it a gamble. He told CNN, "I don't know how that's going to work. That's kind of a gamble for me. No two teams are equal, so it's really if you get the better team or you don't." And there is plenty at stake. At the conclusion of the Games, one boy and one girl are each set to receive a $250,000 scholarship. But questions about the competition itself are only part of the controversy. Reports have also raised questions about how some athletes came to represent their states and territories. One example is the male teenager representing Puerto Rico, who reportedly lives in Texas. Then there is 16-year-old Bobbi Vickers. She is representing Massachusetts, but according to CNN, she attends school in California. Vickers acknowledged the questions surrounding her selection, saying, "I get a bunch of questions like, why are you representing Massachusetts and not your home state?" A CNN review also claimed that political support for Trump and MAGA appeared among the characteristics highlighted for some participants, alongside their athletic backgrounds. The report noted that many competitors publicly thanked Trump for the opportunity and spoke about their Christian faith. But the available reporting does not establish that every competitor was selected for political reasons. What it does show is that the selection process and state representation are now facing scrutiny. That scrutiny has added a political dimension to an event originally promoted as a celebration of American youth and athletic achievement. Trump announced the Patriot Games as part of the wider America 250 celebrations, describing them as a competition highlighting the character, determination, and excellence of the American spirit. But Trump also made his position on transgender participation in women's sports part of the announcement. He said, "But I promise there will be no men playing in women's sports. You're not going to see that. You'll see everything but that." The comments reflect one of Trump's long-standing political priorities. Now, the Patriot Games carry a heavily politicized undertone, while Trump and his supporters have presented the wider America 250 celebrations as a patriotic showcase for the country's 250th anniversary. For the teenagers taking part, however, the immediate goal is much simpler: compete, perform, and potentially win a life-changing scholarship. The Patriot Games are underway, but the questions surrounding them extend beyond what happens on the field. How were the athletes selected? Why are some representing states where they do not live? How much information did competitors receive before arriving? And should an event tied to America's 250th birthday carry such a strong political dimension? With the Games running through August 13th, attention will remain on both the athletes and the organization behind them. For Trump, The Patriot Games were meant to celebrate America's next generation, but as the competition continues, the biggest questions surrounding the event may have less to do with who wins and more to do with how the games themselves were put together.